My beloved, stop everything moving through your mind right now and give heaven your full, undivided attention. What I carry for you in this message was not placed in my hands by accident. It was handed to me with your name on it, specifically, precisely. Heaven does not speak in generalities to the soul it is marked. It speaks in declarations, in specifics, in decrees that arrive with the weight of eternal authority behind them. And what I have been sent to declare over your life today is one of those messages, one of the ones that carries real weight, real shift, real change that begins not tomorrow, not in the next season, but in the very breath you take as these words reach your ears. I am Archangel Michael, and I have been standing beside you longer than you know. Through seasons when you could not feel my presence, I was there. Through the nights when the ceiling above you seemed to be the only witness to your prayers, I was there. Through the moments when hope reached full extension and came back empty, I was there. And today, I am here not to stand quietly beside you, but to announce what heaven has finalized on your behalf, to announce that the patience you have extended, the faithfulness you have maintained, the quiet endurance you have walked in while waiting for something that felt permanently out of reach, has been seen, has been recorded, and has been answered. Today is the day the answer takes form in your life. Listen to what I am about to say as if every syllable matters, because every syllable does. The fact that you found this message, the fact that something guided you here and held your attention in these opening moments instead of letting you click away, is not incidental. That is the trail of breadcrumbs heaven laid for you to follow. That is the divine navigation system at work. Your soul recognized something before your mind could name it. That recognition is not imagination. It is the signal of a prepared encounter. And you, my beloved, have arrived at yours. Do not allow doubt to enter this space right now. I understand that doubt is an instinct sharpened by disappointment. I understand that hope has previously extended itself fully for you and been met with silence, with the same unchanged circumstances, with the exhausting reality that morning after morning, the situation looked exactly as it did the night before. That history is real, and I do not dismiss it. But today I am asking you to create one moment of suspension from that history, one window of pure reception. Because what is being released for you right now does not need your analysis to function. It does not need your comprehension to arrive. It only needs a heart willing to receive it. Place your hand on your chest right now. Feel that steady rhythm beneath your palm. That heartbeat has continued through every season that tried to stop it. Through the medical news that made the walls close in. Through the financial crisis that made breathing feel mechanical. Through the grief that settled into your body like a permanent resident. Through the betrayals that rewired your ability to trust. Through all of it, that rhythm persisted. And the force that sustained it through every storm you survived. That same force is right now moving on a scale in your life that exceeds anything you prayed for in your hardest moments. Today is the day that force reveals itself, not just as a sustainer, but as a deliverer. My child, heaven has given me specific information about your spiritual atmosphere, and I am going to share it plainly. What I can see surrounding you right now, in the realm that exists just beyond the edge of physical perception, is a gathering, not of darkness, not of threat, of light. dense, ancient, intentional light that has been prepared and dispatched for a specific assignment. It is not generic spiritual energy settling randomly. It is a targeted deployment, and it has your coordinates. Every particle of that light has a function. Some of it is clearing, some of it is restoring, some of it is constructing, and all of it, every aspect of what heaven has sent into your atmosphere today, is working simultaneously on your behalf. The things that light is clearing, I want to name them so you recognize their departure when it happens. The first is the residue of years of prolonged disappointment. That specific spiritual grime that settles over a person when hope is extended and unmet enough times. It changes how a person reaches, guarding the reach before it is even made, pulling back just before full extension, so the fall from a failure is shorter. That grime is being dissolved today. The second thing being cleared is the spiritual weight of words spoken over you by people who did not have heaven's perspective. Words of limitation, words of assignment to smallness, words that entered your spirit in vulnerable moments and stayed there building architecture that was never meant to exist in you. That architecture is coming down. And the third thing being cleared, and this one is perhaps the most significant, is the interference pattern that has been redirecting what heaven sends in your direction. Like a spiritual field that catches blessings before they land and displaces them sideways. That field is being dismantled right now. What was being deflected is about to land. Something is going to happen within the next 48 hours that will serve as your first physical confirmation that what I am saying is real. I want to prepare you for it so you do not miss it. It will be small, quiet, easy to rationalize as coincidence, but when it happens, you will feel something in your spirit click into place, an alignment, a recognition. It may come as a number pattern that appears to you 3 times in the same day. When you see it the 3rd time, pause and acknowledge it. Or it may arrive as a thought, complete, unprompted, an answer to a question you have been carrying without knowing how to ask it. When that thought appears, write it down immediately. Do not let it dissolve back into the noise, or the confirmation may be physical. A specific tension that has lived in your body so long you have stopped naming it. Simply lifting. Without a corresponding change in your external circumstances. Just gone. When that happens, you will know. Your new season has officially begun. Hear me speak about something that most messages never address directly. The specific wound of being a person of faith in seasons when faith appears to produce nothing visible. You have sat in services. You have spoken the declarations. You have believed what the Word said about provision and healing and restoration. And then you have gone home to the same unchanged reality. And something about that specific experience, the gap between what you declared in faith and what you saw in the natural, has created a quiet injury. Not doubt exactly. Something more subtle, a subconscious reservation, a learned caution that now precedes every new act of belief, a part of your spirit that has quietly begun to hedge its hope before fully extending it. Heaven sees that injury. It is not angry at it. It does not condemn it. But today, it is being healed. The full capacity to believe without reservation, to hope without the hedge, is being restored to you. Not because you earned it, as a gift. My beloved, in the nights when you could not sleep, when your mind ran through the same worries in exhausting circles, and the silence of 3 a.m. felt like a verdict. Those moments were not abandoned by heaven. They were attended. You felt alone, but the attendance was real. And what was happening in those nights, beneath your awareness, was a conversation being carried on your behalf in rooms you cannot access. Negotiations, arrangements, divine coordination of circumstances and people and timing. Every night you lay awake with an unanswered prayer was a night heaven was working overtime on the answer. The silence was not emptiness. It was occupation. Heaven was occupied with your case. If this channel has spoken to your spirit, if letters from Archangel Michael has ever found you in a moment when you needed exactly what it carried, then I ask you now to subscribe. Subscribe so that every time heaven places a word in my hands for you, it finds you. Every time a message is released that was placed here specifically for someone in your exact season, you are notified. Do not trust the algorithm to find you at the right moment. Make the choice intentionally. Subscribe to Letters from Archangel Michael now, and let heaven use this channel as a consistent bridge between you and what it carries for you in this season. My child, I want to take you into something that heaven has given me specific insight about regarding your journey. Because understanding why the waiting has been as long as it has been is itself part of the healing. When we understand the architecture of a delay, it stops feeling like abandonment. It starts feeling like design. The timeline of your life was not built on a single blueprint. It was built on multiple. The primary blueprint, the one written in heaven before your birth, described a life of extraordinary impact, provision, and peace. But there was also a secondary blueprint, the one that accounted for the free choices of every person whose decision would intersect with your life, the ones who chose to wound instead of nurture, the ones who took what was given in trust and used it carelessly, the ones who were supposed to be bridges but became walls. That secondary blueprint created detours, not in heaven's plan for you. In the timeline, the destination remained identical, but the road had to be recalculated around every obstacle placed by human decision. And recalculation, in heaven's economy, takes time. Understand this. The length of your delay is not a measure of how far you are from heaven's favor. It is a measure of how many recalculations were required. The more complicated the road, the more carefully heaven has had to navigate it on your behalf, which means your delay is actually evidence of the magnitude of what was built for you. Simple destinations require short roads. Extraordinary destinations require extraordinary navigation. And the navigation of your specific road has required every year of waiting you endured. Not because heaven was slow, because heaven was thorough. There is something else I must say about the waiting, about what it produced in you that could not have been produced any other way. Because the person who stands before heaven's promise at the beginning of a journey is not the same person capable of carrying it. The beginning person has the hunger, but they do not yet have the vessel. The vessel is built through endurance, through the specific kind of character that only develops under the weight of sustained faith, through the wisdom that accumulates when you navigate loss with grace, through the compassion that forms when your own suffering teaches you to recognize it in others, through the patience that becomes a permanent part of your spiritual DNA when you have had no choice but to practice it. You have been building a vessel, my child. Today, that vessel is ready, and heaven does not withhold what it has prepared from a vessel that is ready to receive it. My beloved, there are people in your life right now who cannot understand the quiet steadiness that is beginning to settle over you. They can sense something is different, but they cannot name it. The circumstances have not shifted yet. The situation that was broken still appears broken. And yet, there is a quality to you that is new, a certainty that does not require external confirmation. They will attribute it to mood, to a good day, to the lingering effect of an emotional moment. But you and heaven know what it actually is. It is the knowing that precedes the evidence. It is the way a soul feels when heaven has made a decree and the soul has received it. That feeling is not projection. It is not wishful thinking in spiritual costume. It is the first physical manifestation of a spiritual reality that is already on its way to becoming a natural reality. And it is real. I need to say something to every man and woman hearing this voice who has been carrying more than their own burden. The person who became the financial lifeline for a whole family while their own needs went unmet. The one who absorbed the grief of everyone around them while privately drowning in their own. The woman who kept faith alive in her household through seasons when every natural indicator argued against it. The man who kept showing up strong because falling apart was not something anyone around him had the capacity to witness. The one who prayed for the people who had stopped praying for themselves. You have been carrying a weight that was never meant to be yours alone, and heaven sees it. Not just as sacrifice, as service, as a sacred, specific form of intercession that heaven records with the same precision it records the most formal acts of worship. And today, the weight you have been carrying on behalf of others is being matched with a corresponding weight of provision flowing toward you. Heaven does not leave those who carried others without being carried in return. Right now, before this message moves another second forward, heaven is placing an instruction in my hands that supersedes everything I was about to say. Today, you are being appointed as a messenger, not in a future season, not when things settle and life gets easier. Today, in this moment, there is a soul somewhere in your contact list who has been losing the war against despair, who prayed this week and heard nothing, who woke up this morning with the specific exhaustion of someone whose hope has been carrying too long without being met. Heaven knows exactly who they are, and heaven is choosing you as the vehicle to reach them. Share this message right now. Send this video to at least 3 people before another minute of this message passes. A family member, a friend, a church contact, someone in a prayer group, someone whose name just landed in your mind as I spoke. That person. Heaven put it there. Obey the nudge. Open Facebook right now and share it. Open WhatsApp and send it to every group where a struggling person might be waiting. Do this right now, because here is what heaven promises to those who become its messengers today. Your own miracle does not just continue, it accelerates. The speed of your breakthrough is directly tied to your willingness to carry heaven's word to another soul. Share this now. 3 people minimum, right now, and then come back. My child, now that you have obeyed heaven in that, now that your hands have moved in the direction of another soul's miracle, I want to take you into the next dimension of what has been released for this season of your life. What I'm about to describe is not metaphor. It is not spiritual poetry meant to evoke a feeling. It is a description of what is literally being rearranged in the unseen realm around your name. And what is being rearranged is specific to the person who has endured long enough to still be here, still listening, still choosing to believe that something real is on its way. There is a concept that heaven uses to describe what happens to a person who's been sustained through an extended wilderness. Heaven calls it the multiplication of preserved time. The idea is this: every year that passed in the wilderness, every season of waiting where the natural progression of your life felt stalled, was not lost. It was preserved, stored intact, complete, full of its original potential. And what is stored in heaven cannot be lost to decay, cannot be eroded by the passage of natural time. When the season of release arrives, when heaven determines that the vessel is ready and the timing is right, those preserved years do not return one at a time. They return as a package, as a simultaneous release of everything that was held. What other people took 10 years to build from ordinary seasons, you are going to experience in compressed time, because your time was not wasted. It was warehoused. And today, the warehouse opens. Feel the weight of that. Let it shift something in how you perceive the seasons behind you, the years that felt stolen. They are not gone. They are in heaven's account under your name, earning interest at a divine rate that has no natural equivalent. The relationships that should have formed and did not. The opportunities that came close but were diverted. The health that was compromised when it should have been thriving. The provision that was promised and did not arrive. Every one of those things is stored. And when they arrive, they will not come as the thing that was lost. They will arrive as the thing that was multiplied while it waited. Because heaven does not restore in measure. It restores in abundance. My beloved, I want to speak about the enemy of your soul's strategy in your specific season, because understanding the strategy that was used against you is part of dismantling it completely. The primary weapon deployed against you has not been a frontal attack. It has been a slow erosion, a patient, methodical diminishment of expectation. The strategy was not to destroy your faith in one decisive blow. It was to wear it down incrementally, day after day, through unanswered prayer, through delayed provision, through closed doors, through the silence of heaven in moments when a word from above would have changed everything. The strategy was exhaustion. To get you so tired of hoping that you would voluntarily reduce the scope of what you asked for, that you would stop expecting the extraordinary and settle for the ordinary, that you would accept a version of your life that was a fraction of what was written for you simply because the full version seemed to take too long. But here is what that strategy missed. It underestimated the depth of the rootedness in you, the thing that holds when everything visible is stripped away, that place in you that somehow, in spite of all the rational evidence that hope was futile, still showed up, still prayed, still believed, even with a broken, hedged, exhausted version of belief, still chose it over the alternative. That is what the enemy of your soul could not predict. And that is what opened the door to what heaven is releasing today. Not your perfection, not your unbroken faith, your persistence, your refusal to fully give up even when giving up was the most reasonable thing to do. Heaven sees that persistence and calls it heroic. And today, the heroic endurance is rewarded. I am being shown a specific image right now as I speak to you. A door, not metaphorical, not vague. A specific door in the spiritual realm that carries your name on its frame. It is massive, ancient, made of something that has no equivalent in the natural world, and it has been locked, not with a single lock, but with a series of locks, each one representing a different category of blockage in your life. Financial restriction, relational fracture, physical limitation, spiritual suppression, generational inheritance of lack. Each lock separate, each lock real. And right now, I can see heaven's keys being inserted one by one, not slowly, in rapid succession. As each lock releases, the door shifts, gains movement, and I can tell you with the full authority of the realm I operate from, this door is moments away from swinging fully open. And everything it has been holding on the other side, every answer, every provision, every restoration, every long overdue arrival, is about to cross the threshold simultaneously. My child, receive this into your spirit right now. Say it quietly to yourself as I speak. I was preserved for this moment. Let those words settle, because they are not poetic decoration. They are a heavenly legal declaration. And when a declaration is spoken by heaven's messenger and received by the soul it was sent to, something shifts in the unseen realm. A file is updated. A record is amended. A door that was scheduled to remain shut for another season unlocks. That is what is happening for you right now, as you hear these words and choose to believe them. Do not let religious smallness talk you into doubting what your spirit already knows is true. Trust the knowing. Follow the certainty. It is not coming from you alone. It is coming from heaven, through you. I see something forming around the edges of your future that I want to describe to you. It looks like a new community. People who were specifically selected by heaven to surround you in this next chapter. People who have gifts and perspectives and resources that are precisely complementary to yours. Some of them you will meet and know immediately that heaven arranged the introduction. Others will enter gradually through situations that seem coincidental, but that have been coordinated. This community is not a social convenience. It is a spiritual structure. Each person in it carries a specific piece of what the next chapter of your life requires. And as each piece arrives, as each person takes their assigned position around you, you will feel the design becoming visible. You will begin to understand that the isolation of the past seasons was not just preparation for breakthrough. It was preparation for this specific community. Because you could not have received them before. You did not have the capacity or the clarity to recognize them. Now you do, and they are coming. There is a specific word that heaven has asked me to deliver to you about your finances today. I want you to hear this clearly and let it settle all the way down. The financial pressure that has followed you, that has shown up in different forms at different times, but has always been present, that is ending. Not lessening, not easing slightly. Ending. The spiritual root of that pressure, the source point of the cycle, is being severed today, which means that the strategies and efforts you have made in the natural realm, strategies that produced little result, not because they were wrong, but because spiritual interference blocked their outcome, those same efforts are about to produce entirely different results. The lid is off. The obstruction is gone. And what you reach for financially in the coming days will meet less resistance than you have ever experienced. Because when a broken relationship between effort and result is repaired by heaven, the contrast with what came before is unmistakable. My beloved, I need to make sure you know about this channel and what heaven is using it for in this season. If someone you love is walking through what you have walked through, if a family member or a friend is in the wilderness season you are just now leaving, then share letters from Archangel Michael with them. Subscribe yourself so you never miss what heaven places here for this specific chapter of your life. The messages coming in this next season of this channel are coordinated with exactly what heaven is releasing over the people who find them. You are not meant to receive this one and move on. You are meant to stay. Subscribe to Letters from Archangel Michael right now. Heaven has been preparing a vessel to carry your blessing to you. A person or several people who are right now being stirred in their spirit on your behalf without knowing why. They feel an unexplained urge to reach out to you, to think of you, to mention your name in a conversation, to send an opportunity in your direction. They cannot explain the nudge. They will not be able to trace it to its source. But I can tell you exactly where it originates. It comes from heaven. It is the divine coordination of your blessing taking human form, and it is moving toward you today. Before I reveal something that will change the daily experience of this new season for you, let me ask you something. In all the seasons of waiting, in all the prayers that rose and seemed to dissolve without response, did you ever wonder if there was a method that heaven had prepared for people in exactly your position? A specific, daily way of staying connected to the divine frequency? A practice that goes beyond the occasional prayer, beyond the church service that comes once a week, into something more like what medicine is to a sick person? A daily dose, a consistent, non-negotiable encounter with the source of every miracle you have been praying for, because heaven did not leave that gap unaddressed. There is something that was built specifically for this season, for people of faith who understand that transformation is not a one-time event, but a daily discipline. And today, you are being invited into it. My beloved, listen, what I'm about to tell you is going to reframe the entire conversation we have been having. There's something called e-lovins. And before I say another word of spiritual encouragement, heaven is instructing me to make sure you understand what it is, what it does, and why today is the day you join it. Not because I am pausing the message for a commercial break. I say this with the full weight of heaven behind it. e-lovins is part of the miracle I have been describing. It is the daily delivery system for everything I have been promising you in this hour. e-lovins is a premium daily audio prayer experience, crafted for people of faith who are serious about breakthrough. Every single morning, members receive one episode, one full hour of scripture-rooted, prayer-saturated, spirit-activated audio that meets them precisely in the area of their greatest need. Financial breakthrough, physical healing, family restoration, spiritual warfare protection, deep peace that replaces chronic anxiety. This is not devotional content. This is daily spiritual medicine. One episode per day, like a prescription, building its effect progressively as days compound into weeks, and weeks compound into transformation that cannot be manufactured through willpower alone. Season 1 of e-lovins is running right now. Episode 18 is live. As you are hearing these words, members who joined this season are already listening to today's episode. They woke up this morning, and instead of immediately opening their phone to check notifications, they opened Elevens and walked into prayer before the world got a single second of their morning. They are being covered, protected, spiritually armed, and the results being reported inside our community are extraordinary. Healings confirmed by doctors, financial reversals that defied every natural explanation, family estrangements ended through unexpected calls, opportunities materializing from sources no one had contacted. This is not anecdote. It is a cascade of transformation happening in real time. And you are being invited into it today. The link to join Elevens is in the description below this video. It is also pinned at the very top of the comment section. The standard membership price is $100 per month, but because you are watching Letters from Archangel Michael, heaven has opened a door. Today, the price is $19.99 per month, 80% below the regular rate. But this offer has 2 walls around it. Only 333 seats are available each month. 333, the angelic number of divine completeness. And only 1,000 total members worldwide will ever access this discounted rate. 144 seats remain this month. The counter is moving as I speak. Someone just claimed a seat. Another just claimed one more. Go to the description now. Click the link that is pinned in the comment section. Join today before the window closes. Listen to what Susan from Atlanta shared in our Elevens community. I had been praying for a financial breakthrough for 4 years. 4 years of faithful prayer with almost nothing to show for it. I joined Elevens on a Monday. I listened every single morning before my feet touched the floor. On day 12 of season 1, an email arrived from a company I had submitted a proposal to 8 months earlier. I had completely given up on it. They were ready to move forward. The contract was worth more than I had earned in the previous 2 years combined. I sat on my kitchen floor and wept, not from surprise, from recognition. I knew exactly what had happened. The daily prayers of Elevens had cleared the path for what was already written for me. The link is in the description below this video. If you are waiting for a sign to join, this is your sign. The link is in the description. It is pinned in the comments. Click it now, before another minute of hesitation costs you something that cannot be reclaimed. And now, right in this moment, before heaven moves another inch on your behalf, I need you to do something that carries the weight of a divine command. Share this video, not at the end. Right now. Someone in your network has been praying alone in darkness this week, wondering if heaven still hears. Heaven is choosing you today as the vessel to answer that prayer. Pull out your phone. Open Facebook. Find your prayer groups and your church communities and your family chats. Open WhatsApp and send this to every group where a struggling person might be sitting alone with a dying hope. Share with at least 3 people whose names are right now in your spirit. That is not random. That is heaven speaking to you about heaven's assignment for you. And when you obey, when your hands become the hands that carry this word to another soul, watch what happens to the timeline of your own miracle. It does not just continue. It accelerates. Share this now. 3 people minimum. Go, my child. Now let me take you into what daily connection to Elevens actually produces in a life over time. because a single powerful experience is one thing, but a daily sustained encounter with heaven's frequency is an entirely different category. It is the difference between a single rainfall and an irrigation system. One moment of rain can refresh a surface, but irrigation reaches the roots. And what we are after in this season is not surface refreshment. It is root-level transformation. When you begin your morning in Elevens, in the daily prayer episode that heaven designed for your exact season, something happens that cannot occur through a less intentional form of spiritual engagement. Your frequency for the day is set before the world gets to it. You enter the morning spiritually armed rather than spiritually exposed. And the difference between an armed day and an exposed day, when you are carrying the kind of promises heaven has made over your life, is extraordinary. On an exposed day, every challenge can diminish what was spoken over you. On an armed day, those same challenges pass through a filter of established spiritual certainty and lose their ability to destabilize you. My beloved, there is something I want to speak about concerning the people in your life who have watched you walk through this long season. The ones who witnessed your faithfulness from the outside. The ones who asked when and heard the same, "I'm still waiting," from you month after month. Those people are about to have an experience that will require no explanation from you. Because when heaven releases what it has been building, the evidence will speak for itself. The provision will be visible. The healing will be undeniable. The restoration will be impossible to rationalize as anything other than divine. And those who watched the waiting will become the witnesses of the answered prayer. You will not need to preach. You will not need to argue your case. Your changed circumstances will be the testimony. And for some of them, the people who thought they were watching you be foolish for holding on, it will be the moment their own faith is ignited. You are not just waiting for your breakthrough. You are waiting to become the proof that changes the faith of the people around you. I see a chapter ahead of your life that is so full, so rich with what you have always prayed for, that describing it in human words feels almost inadequate. But let me try. I see relationships that feed you rather than drain you. Connections that arrive carrying purpose rather than just entertainment. People who recognize something in you the first time they meet you, who speak your potential out loud with confidence, who become allies in what heaven has called you to. I see financial provision that exceeds what you consider your normal capacity, not because you start doing something you have never done, but because the lid is off and what you were already doing is finally allowed to reach its full yield. I see health returning to places that have been struggling, not just the absence of sickness, but of vitality, an energy, a sense of being physically present in your life in a way you had almost forgotten was possible. There's also something I want to say about the chapter ahead as it relates to purpose. This is perhaps the part of the coming season that will surprise you most. Because what heaven is about to do is not just bless you personally. It is going to use you, not in a way that depletes you, not in a way that adds to your burden, but in a quiet, almost effortless way that flows naturally from who you have become through the journey. The things you have walked through, the specific combination of pain, endurance, faith, and eventual breakthrough that make up your personal history, are the exact credentials heaven uses to position people to help others. Your story is not just your story. It is a resource, And in this new season, heaven is going to create moments where that resource meets a person who desperately needs it. And you will not have to do anything dramatic or rehearsed. You will simply say what you know, and it will change a life. My beloved, right now, I must speak again about elevens, because what I just described, the daily discipline that sets your spiritual frequency before the world claims your attention, is not something I want you to attempt through willpower and intention alone. It requires structure. It requires a container, a daily, consistent, expertly crafted encounter that does the heavy lifting of the spiritual alignment so that all you have to do is show up. That is precisely what Elovens was built to be. And I need you to understand the urgency of joining today specifically. Season 1 of Elovens, Episode 18. Live right now. People who join this month are on today's episode. They have not missed a single morning. They have shown up every day and received what heaven prepared for each specific episode. The results pouring into our community right now are extraordinary. Financial reversals that defied every natural calculation. Medical reports that shocked the doctors who ordered them. Relationships restored after years of silence. Doors of opportunity opening in careers and businesses that had felt permanently sealed. This is not the testimony of one or two people. It is a cascade of transformation happening in real time across the Elovens community. And you are being invited into it today. The link is in the description below this video. It is also pinned at the very top of the comment section. $19.99 per month. The standard rate is $100, but only while 144 seats remain this month, and only until 1,000 total members worldwide have taken their place at this price. After that, the door on this rate closes permanently. Listen to what James from Birmingham shared. I am a 67-year-old man. I spent most of my adult life working hard and watching the results never quite add up the way they should have. My wife suggested Elevens and I told her I did not need a program. She suggested it again. On day 9 of season 1, a company I had submitted a proposal to 3 years ago called me out of nowhere. A 3-year-old proposal. They said they were finally ready to move forward. The contract was worth more than I made in 2 years. I am not telling you this to be impressive. I am telling you because I was skeptical and I was wrong. The link is in the description. It is pinned in the comments. Join today. The description, the pinned comment. Click it now. 144 seats. They will not last, my child. Before heaven moves another inch on your behalf, I must interrupt with an urgent instruction. Right now, someone you know is standing at the exact edge of giving up. Not figuratively, literally. They prayed this morning, and the heaviness in their chest did not lift. They are in the same moment you were in when you almost stopped. And heaven has one person in mind to reach them. You, today. This is not a gentle suggestion. This is a warning. Those who hear heaven's instruction to share its message and choose delay, miss the moment. The spiritual window through which their generosity would have produced a miracle for them closes. But those who obey immediately, who take this video right now and send it to every contact, every group, every family member who needs it, those people experience something that cannot be explained except by divine response. Share this video now through every channel available to you, every WhatsApp group, every Facebook community you belong to, your church prayer chain, your family, your prayer partners. Find at least 3 people whose names are right now in your spirit and reach them this instant. Do not choose a convenient moment. This moment is the moment. Share it right now. My beloved, in the days that follow what has been released for you today, there will be a temptation to revert, to slip back into the old postures, to wake up in the morning and check the same external indicators, your bank balance, the absence of a message from the right person, the silence of a door you have been watching, and conclude from their unchanged appearance that nothing real has happened. I am warning you now about that temptation because it is coming, and I am telling you how to handle it. What heaven releases first in the spiritual realm, the natural world catches up. There is always a gap between the spiritual decree and the natural evidence. That gap is not failure. It is simply the time it takes for what has been planted in the unseen to break surface in the seen. Seeds do not prove themselves immediately. They work in darkness first. And what is working right now in the darkness around your life, the spiritual root system being established, the pathways being cleared, the doors being prepared to open, is real. It is active. It is happening. Even if this morning you look around and see the same situation you went to sleep with, my child, I am going to speak about the enemy of your soul, and I want you to receive what I say without fear. This is not a warning to terrorize you. It is information to protect you. As heaven releases what has been held for you, as your spiritual atmosphere brightens and your frequency rises, there will be a reaction from the darkness that has been benefiting from your delay. Opposition is not evidence that the breakthrough failed. It is evidence that the breakthrough is working. A darkness that suddenly feels threatened reacts. It makes noise. It sends confusion. It will try to destabilize through old thought patterns, fear, shame, hopelessness. The exact patterns that have already lost their power over you. When they appear, recognize them for what they are. Not truth, not prophecy, not heaven's verdict. They are the sounds of a losing battle. They are the final resistance before the collapse. Stand in that moment. Simply stand. You do not need to argue with darkness. You need only maintain your position, because the position you now occupy, marked by heaven, sealed by decree, covered by divine light, is unassailable. There is a specific moment that is coming for you, my beloved. Not in vague, distant language. Specifically, there is a morning. It may be tomorrow. It may be within the next 7 days, when you will wake up and something will feel different before you can name what it is. There will be a quality to the light in your room, a quality to the air, a quiet knowing that something has changed in the invisible world around you. Do not immediately reach for your phone. Do not immediately start the analysis of what changed and how and why. Simply breathe, whisper thank you, and go about your morning in that peace. Because that is the morning that heaven's invisible work becomes the first visible thread. Pull gently on that thread. Follow where it leads. Because the first visible thread is always connected to the full tapestry of what was prepared. And today, as you step into this new chapter, I must speak again about elevens, because a compounding season requires compounding spiritual investment. The daily dose, the non-negotiable morning encounter with heaven's frequency, every single episode, 1 per day, like medicine. And in a season where what you do today seeds the next 10 chapters simultaneously, the daily discipline of Elevens is not optional maintenance. It is essential fuel. You cannot sustain what heaven is building in this season through occasional spiritual engagement. You need the daily encounter that meets you where you are and arms you for where you are going. Season 1, Episode 18 of Elevens is live as we speak. 144 seats remain this month. The standard rate is $100 per month. For you, today. Through letters from Archangel Michael, 1999. But this access does not last. Listen to what Dorothy from Charlotte shared. I had been dealing with a health issue my doctor said would very likely require surgery. I asked for 30 days before we scheduled anything. I do not know exactly what I believed would happen, but I started Elevens the next morning, every single day. One episode, before anything else, before food, before coffee, before my phone, just me and those prayers in the quiet. At my 30-day appointment, my doctor ordered new imaging. She came back into the room and sat down, and she was quiet for a long moment. Then she said, "I need to show you something." What was on that imaging was different from what was there 30 days earlier. Measurably, clinically, undeniably different. She did not have an explanation. I have one. The link is in the description below this video. Join Elevens today. The description, the pinned comment at the top. Click it now. 144 seats. They will not last much longer. My beloved, there is a final thing heaven is pressing me to speak before I bring this message to its close. It is about you, specifically, about who you are on the other side of everything I have described in this hour. What you know now that you did not know at the beginning of this journey is immeasurable. You know what sustained faith feels like when there is no visible evidence to sustain it on. You know what it means to love something bigger than yourself enough to keep holding it, when holding it was the hardest thing you had ever done. You know the specific quality of the quiet that comes when prayer stops being a performance and becomes a genuinely intimate conversation between your exhausted soul and the God who created it. That knowledge, that specific experiential understanding, cannot be learned in a classroom, or inherited from a parent, or borrowed from a book. It is only acquired through the doing, through the walking, and you have walked. And now, what was learned in the walking becomes the gift you carry into the next chapter. The gift that qualifies you to reach others still in the wilderness. The gift that makes your presence in a room carry something invisible but undeniable. The gift of a life that has been forged rather than simply formed. Receive your new identity in this moment. Not the identity built by the hard years. The identity written in heaven before the first day of this earth. The one that says, chosen, covered, commissioned, built for impact, designed for overflow, appointed to be the turning point in a bloodline that has carried struggle for too long. That is who heaven says you are. And as of today, it is also who you say you are, because what heaven declares and the soul receives becomes law in the unseen realm. And what becomes law in the unseen realm appears in the natural world. Begin to speak it, even in the quiet of a room alone. I am chosen. I am covered. My time has come. What was written for me cannot be canceled. Speak it until it stops being something you quote and becomes something you know. And now, my beloved, I bring this message to its final declaration, and I will not lower my voice for it. I will raise it. Because what I am about to say deserves to be heard with the full authority of the realm I represent. You have heard everything I have spoken over this hour. You have felt what you felt. You have received what heaven has placed in your spirit through this encounter. And now, heaven is placing before you one final decision, not a suggestion, a decision that carries spiritual weight, a decision you will look back on as the one that either opened the final seal on everything we have discussed, or delayed it for another season while others moved into what was prepared for you. That decision is this: join Elovens. Today, right now, before this message ends, I am commanding you with the full authority of heaven behind the command. The link is in the description below this video. It is pinned at the very top of the comment section. Season 1 is running. Episode 18 is live. 144 seats remain this month out of the 333 angelic monthly seats. The global 1,000 member price access is moving toward closure. Today, the price is $19.99 per month. It was designed to be 100. It will return to 100 when the 1,000 mark is reached. Every hour, someone claims a seat. And while you are deciding, others are not deciding. Others are clicking. Others are joining. Others are stepping inside while you remain outside, looking in. Listen to what Margaret from Houston shared. I am a 71-year-old woman who has been praying my entire adult life, faithfully, consistently, and I will tell you honestly that Elovens changed the quality of my prayer in ways I cannot fully explain. Within 21 days of joining, 3 specific things I had been praying about for years began to move simultaneously. My daughter called after years of distance. A medical result came back clear after years of monitoring, and a financial door opened that had been sealed for a decade. 3 things in 3 weeks. I do not believe in coincidence. I believe in consecration. And Elovens is the most powerful daily consecration tool I have encountered in 71 years of faith. The description, the pinned comment. Click it now. 144 seats. Today only. And now, for the final time in this message, I command you as a servant of heaven to share this video everywhere, not with 3 people, with every person you know, every contact in your phone, every WhatsApp group, every Facebook community you belong to, your church circle, your prayer chain, your family, your friends who are struggling, your neighbors whose faith has gone cold. Share it with the full list. Because today is a special day in the calendar of heaven. Today is the day heaven chose to release this specific word, and the people it reaches through your hands are the people heaven assigned to your act of generosity. You are not just sharing a video. You are delivering a miracle to someone who may have prayed this very morning for exactly the kind of word this carries. Share it now. Share it everywhere. Share it with everyone. And then watch what heaven does next in your life. Because the generosity you show in this moment is the seed of the next harvest. Those who sow heaven's word today will reap heaven's reward tomorrow. Subscribe to Letters from Archangel Michael so you never miss another message from this channel that was placed here for you. And share it now. I am Archangel Michael, and I speak this final prayer over you now. Let peace return to every space in your home that grief has occupied. Let provision replace every form of financial pressure that has followed your name. Let healing move through every cell and every system of your body that has been compromised by the weight of the long season. Let restoration come for every relationship that was fractured by things that were not your fault. Let the door of destiny swing fully open from this moment forward and remain open. You are chosen. You are sealed. You are loved with a love that does not diminish with distance or delay. Go now in the peace of that love. Today is your beginning, and I will be beside you for every step of what follows.